Examine how an own goal by Arsenal's Laurent Koscielny in the 2014 FA Cup final changed the course of the game and affected the team's strategy, and see the outcome of the match. The 2014 FA Cup final was played between Arsenal and Hull City on the 17th of May 2014. Laurent Koscielny's own goal in the 8th minute gave Hull City a shocking 1-0 lead. The early goal forced Arsenal to change their strategy and play more aggressively. Arsenal equalized just before halftime with a goal from Santi Cazorla's penalty. Hull City took the lead again in the 8th minute of second half with a goal from Curtis Davies. Arsenal ultimately won the match 3-2 inches extra time, securing their first FA Cup in 9 years. Celery, grapefruit, and cabbage are just a few foods rumored to have negative calories. But does the science really back it up? The concept of negative calorie foods dates back to the 19th century, but remains largely unproven. Celery, often cited as a negative calorie food, actually contains 6 to 8 calories per large stalk. The thermic effect of food, or TEF, is the energy expended to digest and process food, but it's not significant enough to result in weight loss. Grapefruit, another supposed negative calorie food, has been shown to aid in weight loss, but due to its high water content and fiber, not negative calories. The human body expends approximately 10–15% of daily energy on digestion, a significant but not calorie-erasing amount. Witness the bizarre symbiotic relationship between crocodiles and Egyptian plovers, where birds pick parasites and leeches from the crocodile's teeth and skin, keeping them clean and healthy. In the wild, crocodiles have a unique problem: parasites and leeches attached to their skin and teeth. Egyptian plovers, also known as crocodile birds, have evolved to feed on these parasites and leeches. The plovers land on the crocodile's back and open their beaks, signaling the crocodile to open its mouth too. The plovers then pick parasites and leeches from the crocodile's teeth and skin, eating them as a snack. This unusual partnership not only cleans the crocodile, but also provides the plover with a nutritious meal. In 1989, the Exxon Valdez tanker spilled 11 million gallons of oil into Alaska's waters, leading to a massive lawsuit and environmental catastrophe. On the 24th of March 1989, the Exxon Valdez tanker ran aground in Alaska's Prince William Sound. The tanker spilled 11 million gallons of crude oil, one of the largest spills in history. The oil slick covered 1,300 miles of coastline, devastating wildlife habitats and ecosystems. ExxonMobil was initially fined $5 billion, but appeals reduced the amount to $507.5 million. The disaster led to the passage of the Oil Pollution Act of 1990, strengthening safety regulations. Even 30 years later, oil from the spill remains in some Alaskan beaches and wildlife areas. Revisit the 2014 Sochi Olympics ice dance competition, where Canadian pair Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir were initially edged out by American rivals Merrill Davis and Charlie White. Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir were the 2010 Olympic ice dance champions and 2014 favorites. Merrill Davis and Charlie White led after the short dance with a 0.5-point advantage over Virtue and Moir. The free dance scores were identical, but Davis and White won gold with a total score of 195.52. Many experts felt Virtue and Moir's free dance was superior, with more complex footwork and better twizzles. The judging panel included several with ties to the American team, sparking controversy and bias claims. In 2016, Virtue and Moir reclaimed their title at the World Championships, defeating Davis and White. Ever wondered how our brains adapt to walking backwards? Walking backwards reduces our visual field by 70%, making it harder to detect obstacles. Our brains use a different neural pathway for backwards walking, involving more cognitive effort. Backwards walking engages the cerebellum, which coordinates balance and motor control. It takes an average of 30 minutes for our brains to adapt to walking backwards efficiently. Backwards walking can improve balance, posture, and even reduce knee pain in some individuals. The longest recorded backwards walk is 26.2 miles, set by a Chinese athlete in 2018. Explore how Thomas Sowell, a renowned economist, argues that self-fulfilling prophecies contribute to poverty traps, citing the example of low-income students being tracked into lower-level classes, limiting their opportunities. Thomas Sowell, a renowned economist, argues that self-fulfilling prophecies perpetuate poverty traps. Low-income students are often tracked into lower-level classes, limiting their academic opportunities. These lower-level classes can lead to lower teacher expectations, further diminishing student potential. Sowell contends that these expectations become a self-fulfilling prophecy, trapping students in a cycle of poverty. This phenomenon is not limited to education, but also affects job markets and social mobility. Learn about the potential security risks associated with IoT devices, including the Mirai botnet attack that infected millions of devices worldwide. The Internet of Things, IoT, connects over 22 billion devices worldwide, creating a vast attack surface. In 2016, the Mirai botnet attack infected over 600,000 IoT devices, causing widespread internet outages. Most IoT devices lack built-in security, making them vulnerable to hackers and cyber attacks. Default or weak passwords are used by 80% of IoT devices, making it easy for hackers to gain access. A single compromised IoT device can give hackers access to an entire network, causing catastrophic damage. By 2025, the IoT security market is expected to reach $40 billion as companies scramble to address these risks. Meet the inhabitants of the Welsh island of Ynys Môn, who speak a unique dialect that's unlike anywhere else. Ynys Môn, an island off northwest Wales, is home to a unique accent unlike anywhere else in the world. The accent has been shaped by the island's strategic location, with influences from ancient Celtic languages and Viking invasions. Ynys Môn's dialect is known for its distinctive ing-song intonation, which sets it apart from other Welsh accents. The accent has remained relatively unchanged due to the island's isolation, with many residents still speaking Welsh as their first language. Ynys Môn's unique accent has been recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage worthy of preservation and protection. Watch as the 2020 Taal volcano eruption in the Philippines affects the local wildlife, including the endangered Philippine eagle and tamaraw. The 2020 Taal volcano eruption in the Philippines was the largest in over 40 years. The eruption released toxic gases, affecting over 170,000 people and countless wildlife. The Philippine eagle, a critically endangered species, had its habitat severely damaged. Conservationists rushed to rescue and relocate tamaraws, a rare species found only in the Philippines. Volcanic ash and gases contaminated water sources, threatening the survival of many island species. Despite the challenges, conservation efforts continue to protect the island's unique and threatened biodiversity.